At first glance, you would think University of North Texas freshman Isaak Thurber is just a quiet, run-of-the-mill full-time student. However, he likes to spend his free time doing something that's loud and in your face.
It's called a job, but it really isn't a job to me.
Thurber began DJing in high school in response to his love for electronic music and as something to pass the time. What it turned into was a passion that has stuck with him to this day.
So I started DJing about 4 years ago. I was about 15 years old or so. Basically, I went to go see a DJ by the name of Dioro, and when I got to see him, I was just super inspired by everything he did. You know, once I saw him, I was like, this is something I want to do with the rest of my life. It was just like kind of like an enlightening moment.
In his time performing and creating music, he has caught the eye of various venues and garnered a growing fan base along the way. This has also allowed him to perform for crowds across Texas and the country as well.
My first public gig is like kind of a debut was in 2015. It was at a place called The Poorhouse in downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota. From there, I've been fortunately able to open for DJs like Hardwell. That was probably one of the highlights of like my career so far, is being able to open for him. I got to play for a crowd of about 1,200, which was absolutely insane. You know, I was only 16 years old at the time when I did that too. But besides that, I've also done a couple of New Year's show, and I also have a New Year's show coming up pretty soon here where I'm actually headlining. So I'm very excited for that as well.
Not only has being a DJ given him something to love doing, but it has also helped mold and define the person that he is today and hopes to be in the future.
It's definitely affected my life in multiple ways. You know, there's definitely some sacrifices that come with it. You know, I've had to choose doing some shows over going to some like big family events like weddings and stuff like that, and my family's always sad and like wants me to go to, but like there's like sacrifices, but it also helps me grow a lot because it helps me realize just so many things. You know, I've definitely become a more positive person in my life. You know, just being able to make music, music is just so much, you know, there's so much emotion behind it, and that's why I think it's brought me to be a more positive person overall.
Thurber says that DJing is something that he would absolutely love to do as a profession. However, right now his focus is on making good grades, being involved on campus, and eventually graduating college.
You know, it's definitely something I want to do with the rest of my life just because I think it's so much fun. Right now, I'm trying to get a business degree, and the reason for that is because I want to know how to advertise myself better as a musician. You know, I thought about doing music school, but I've always been very self-taught in that sense, so I didn't see the worth in that.
For NTTV News, I'm Tyler Perkins.